Okay, we're talking pubs, and we're going to talk pubs a bit later as well, because we're going to hear from Beth Abrams and Lucy Davis, Ben Abrams, sorry, and Lucy Davis, who own a pub that we're singing the praises of from an unsung family business. But we're going to talk to somebody who owns another business now. It's a sustainable fashion business, and it's Shazia Saleem who's on the line. Hello, Shazia.
Hello, Robert. How are you?
Yeah, very good, and good to talk to you again. Now, first of all, tell people about your business and where you're based and all of that.
So I have my own sustainable fashion business and boutique based in North London in Woods Green, and it's still a startup. It's still a very new company, and so it's been doing well in the circumstances.
Yeah, and let's talk about the circumstances a bit, because obviously, you locked down, then you opened up, then you've locked down again. Hopefully, I'm sure you're thinking you'll be opening up before Christmas. Hopefully, we don't know yet, of course. How difficult has it been to contend with that kind of up and down process?
It's really difficult to plan. In fashion, we're always working seasons ahead and months ahead, so that we can, so that I can manufacture designs that would then become available. It's quite a long process, and especially if you want to have like a quality product, and so the constant stopping and starting and the uncertainty, it really. Especially for me as a small business, it really jams up the cash flow, and it's quite risky investing in stock, and because of seasonality, there's a risk that it will just be left lying, and what to do with it. So the stopping and starting is not ideal.
So where would you normally be now in terms of what season you'd be selling? Before Christmas, are you selling spring next year, or is it winter stuff, or where would you be?
I'm still selling winter, of course, autumn, winter. And, but I would be, I've reduced the collection quite significantly, whereas I would have been more enthusiastic about it. And I don't know if you remember, but this time last year, I was on your show for the first time talking about my amazing fashion show, and talking about, celebrating all of that side, and sustainability. And whereas actually, I've really pared back this year to be a bit more cautious, and but at the same time, I'm planning and designing and producing for spring summer. So for collections to come in February, March time.
Have you been able to shift your business online? Because obviously that's been crucial to lots of people.
It has, and so in lockdown 1, I was a lot less prepared, but I have used that time, to get professional help, and so now the online business is a lot stronger, and I've had time to build that up. So with lockdown 2, I do feel, that yes, at least I have some way of communicating, and being part of the community still, and somewhere where my customers have got to go. But it's not the same. I miss with the boutique being closed, I miss meeting customers. I miss that sort of that human interaction, and the pleasure that customers have from trying things on, from feeling the fabrics. You can't really convey that through online. So there are pluses and minuses.
Have people been buying much online? Because I have my kids buy all their clothes online. I know, because I know how often they're saying to me, "Dad, you couldn't just take this back to the post office, could you, to send it back again? It don't fit." Whereas I cannot buy clothes on. I love buying clothes. I love fashion. I love clothes, but I have to feel the cloth. I have to try it on. I have to see how it's cut. I have to look at the detailing. I can't do that online. But do lots of people do it?
They do, and I'm like you. I like to feel the fabric, and it's such a different experience, and especially with smaller, unknown, relatively unknown brands, a bit like mine, it's harder to find them, and it's harder to, if you're not used to them being on the high street, on every high street up and down the country, then you don't know what to expect. So there's a bit of trepidation. Should I trust them? But so that can be a bit of a negative with online, but people do, and I feel that I hope that, with sizing issues as well, for an online business in the fashion sector, I actually hardly have any returns.
That's good.
Yeah, it's quite unusual, but I feel like I have addressed sizing issues, and it's an interesting side effect of so much business being online, is that customers are now more aware of how to measure their own bodies, which a few years ago, if you said, "Oh, what's your test size?" then no one would know what you're talking about, and they think you're trying it on. But now people regularly do know what their sizes are, and I think that if and as a designer, I'm not really designing to a size as such. So, and it changes depending on the fit that you want. It changes depending on the drape that you're looking for. So that could change from from style to style, and so conveying that for each style has meant that actually it is. If you check the size chart, you are going to get, there's a more accurate depiction of what you're going to be getting. Do
you think, and I've got no idea if this is true, that maybe the kind of lockdown and the fact that people haven't been buying as much clothing in particular might have put a bit of a halt, or maybe even an end to the sort of frenzy of fast fashion, of people going out and buying, cheapest possible clothes, wearing them once and discarding them, which always seemed like a terrible idea to me.
Yeah, it did. It's a bit of a mixed situation. So the fast fashion companies, really, obviously they want to shift products. So there's been a lot of heavy discounting, and which almost is making the situation worse, because you're still motivating that continuous consumption. Whereas certainly, I think people are buying less, but they're buying more thoughtfully. So I think that makes, and it does make a lot more sense. We don't have the lifestyle that we used to, with the constant commute, the going out. Sadly, going out to theatres and going out to parties and stuff. There are, with a work from home lifestyle, there is a lot more reduced consumption, which is a good thing. But I think that that there's quite a fast fashion companies and the industry, they don't know any other way to be, really. So they are still sort of promoting all discounts and things, and in the end someone's paying the cost further down the line, and often it's the manufacturer.
It's interesting what you said about people not going out, because I literally this year I haven't bought anything. I think I might have bought one shirt because I've had nowhere to go. And I love getting dressed up. And I've got quite a lot of suits and stuff. But I'm all, it's always nice to buy something new to kind of replenish the wardrobe or whatever. But I haven't been to any parties. I haven't been to any weddings. I haven't been to any events. I haven't been to, even just going out to the theatre or going out to dinner with my wife to a nice restaurant occasionally. Haven't done that. So there's nothing to dress up for.
Yes.
Does that mean that you've sold more kind of leisure wear, so to speak?
Well, it's no. So I have actually been selling I've been selling a lot more jackets. I work with I get my designs made in London for my outerwear, for my faux fur jackets and capes and things, and so people are considering more glamorous outerwear, because we are still going for walks. That post office queue that you're talking about, that's that's where to show it off. So there's more of a trend towards that, but also with a work from home style, because we're getting more used to it. I put a video up on my website, to sort of help women think about, work from home style. But now that we're doing it more often, I'm saying more to think about your upper body dressing. So it's interesting that you said you bought a new shirt, because you could, like, we've seen those videos of people sitting in shorts and wearing a nice shirt on top, and and the same for women. You could still get away with wearing your lounge pants and yoga wear on your lower body, but on your upper body, I'm selling a lot more tops. I'm saying to consider how you come across on screen, to use that time, use that time as it is a time of soft power. You can convey your professionalism, you can convey, your aptitude, your aspirations through screen, through Zoom meetings. It's a time to really show that, yes, you're working from home, but you still got it together. You're still very capable. You can still manage your team and, convey that professional image that you've worked really hard for, and, to keep that going, but rather than, so, wear a scarf, change your earrings, wear a nice top and light a brighter color. So, there's a way to be comfortable. Comfort is key as well. But
we still want to look good, don't we?
Exactly. It is nice, isn't it, to look good?
And I really, really, one of the things I'm looking forward to is getting dressed up for something, having a reason to put on a lovely suit or whatever, because I like that. And it's just, and my wife, dresses fantastically every day. She's always got a skirt on or a dress, and it's just how she dresses even now. And I love that. I love making an effort. It's part of the fun, really. Will you be back open if we can, the 2nd of December or whenever it is?
Yeah, I really hope to be back open. So, I'm looking forward to it. If it does, to get that Christmas rush as well. But I am hoping that we do open up.
Give us the
soon.
website address as well, Shazia.
It is poplondon.co.uk.
Shazia Saleem, thank you very, very much. poplondon.co.uk.